Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's take a look at Wormhole or the W token. It's been a while since I have covered this token, so let's take a look at it. This video will most likely talk about the news that they have had, and we'll also look at we'll mostly look at the price, and we will look at the battle between Layer 0 and Wormhole. So let's get started. So starting with the big one, that would be that the US Department of Commerce has selected Wormhole ecosystem team Pyth network. So of course, Wormhole's ecosystem does include Pyth because both of them are on the Solana to verify and publish economic data on chain with all multi-chain data interoperability powered by the Wormhole. So that's really good. Now, today's announcement by we have this Howard and we have Trump marks a landmark step for the adoption of a decentralized tech, validates Pyth's role as the most trusted data source, as you can see, and solidifies Wormhole's role as the most secure multi-chain data messaging protocol. So that again is really good for the Wormhole, I would say. Now the integration will initially offer quarterly release of GDP data going back 5 years, as you can see. So like and this is going to be quarterly, and Pyth contributors anticipate expanding this initiative to support a broader range of economic data assets, so that's good. Now Pyth's ability to ensure the cryptographic verifiability and immutable publications of official across the chain in a partnership with Wormhole. Now this is a good news for both Wormhole as well as the Pyth, so I think that is likely the reason why the token is going up, so as you can see here. Now another news about the Wormhole is that Wormhole tried to acquire Stargate DAO, but they couldn't, so basically it did go to layer 0, and this was, I would say, a big loss for the Wormhole as well, but again this was a tough battle to win. So basically now STG token holders can convert to ZRO, as you can see here. We are not going in depth in this one, but they did bid for it and they could not win it, so that's it. Anyways, moving on. So if you want to understand what the Wormhole does, it is a cross-chain messaging, it is a asset transfers, it is a developer's tool, it is not a blockchain, and it is also not a token bridge. So while it facilitates token transfers, Wormhole also supports a wide range of cross-chain applications, making it much more versatile than a typical bridge. So that's what they're going with. Now, if you look here, the token ever since its launch back in April of 2024, the token is going down. So there is a reason for that. So this is how the tokens unlocks looks like. So the initial unlocks were back here. So they start to release some tokens from July 2024, and the next biggest unlock was in April of 2025. So if we just go back here, this is when the this is when they start to receive the tokens. So the tokens start to go down, there was some hype, the tokens start to go up, and after that we had this alt season. It struggled to break its recent high, you can see here, and after that in April, this is when it had a massive unlock. So you can see here, right after this massive unlocks, the token basically ended up going from 12 cent to as low as 5 cent. This is clearly the sign that some of the investors and some of these entities sold the token, so that is a clear indication, I would say. Now if we talk about here, the next unlock will happen in March of 2026, so it should be, I would say, okay to hold the coin for like 1 year. So there's a possibility that it may actually recover and go as high as 40 cent, that is like 4x from here. And so its market cap did peak somewhere around 1 billion back in December, even back in June of 2024 somewhere around 1.2, and back in May of 2024 somewhere around 1.3, and when it launched it had a market cap of over like 2 billion. So if it wants to like go 4x from here, like as high as 40 cent or as high as this one, it does need like a lot of market cap, nearly as high as 1.6 billion, I would say, or even like 2 billion. And that is possibility because they just had this massive announcement. But again, it is really hard because as of now the market is not looking that good overall. So if the market starts to go up, we could see it like uh, we could see it we could see W to hit like at least 2 or 20 cents. So that could also be like 2x from here, but I think still 1 billion should be possible for this crypto. So this is the analysis that I did. So as of now the token seems to be following this trend line, this green one, which is really good. But again, it is in the downtrend ever since like June of 2024. So it does need to like break above from this trend line if it wants to go higher. So this setup seems to be really interesting one as of now. So I'm expecting like it to go like this. It can go this way, or even I think it can play it like this as well. So it continues to go sideways as of now until it makes this massive like breakout. That is a possibility. And again, another possibility would be that it breaks this trend and it continues to go lower. So that is also another possibility that I'm looking at, because the token does have like these token unlocks coming up in the future. So that is also another possibility that I'm looking at. But again, I think due to the news that they announced, this massive news, the token can actually do this, or it can actually do this breakout as well. So we could also be looking at like this. So it can also do this as well. So that is also another possibility. Again, if it goes like higher than this trend line, I think the breakout will most likely be massive. So that is something I'm looking forward to. But again, if it breaks this trend line, we could also go down. So as of now, if you are interested in this token, the best entry again would be on this trend, somewhere on this trend line. So it would be, I would say, better to wait for like some time, and once it goes like as low as the trend line, it could be really good entry. Again, it does have a really strong resistance around 13 to 11 cents. So it did not even touch this resistance as of now. It just went back after hitting like this resistance. But again, it could be just a slight market correction as well. So it can like push it higher. Let's see what happens. But overall, I think like hitting this trend line is a possibility. So again, it could also be a pretty good entry as well. So if you're planning to get this token, somewhere on this trend line could be a really good one. So like from 7.3 cent, like if it continues to go up, like 7.3 cent to 8 cent seems to be really good entry point for this token. Again, if the hype continues for the byte as well as for the W, we could see it break out from here. And if it breaks out, like I think going 2x or even like 2.5x should not be that much problem. So like going as high as 2 or 25 cent or even 30 cent should be possible if it breaks above from this trend line. Anyways, this was it. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.